One of the absolutely central features of this channel is LeBron sneakers. We brought you in recent times things like the LeBron Stewie 6s, absolutely iconic sneaker. The LeBron 17 Harlem Fashion Row, an absolutely gorgeous sneaker. And today again we're bringing you another LeBron, and this time it's the LeBron 7 Christmas Retro. This is the Tokyo About 23 Sneaker Channel. Tokyo About 23 Sneaker Channel des. Mainichi upsurun no de. Mainichi mite kudasai. And every single day from Tokyo, Japan, I bring you content about upcoming sneaker releases, sneaker news, and sneaker reviews. And we play a little game. And that game is all about finding the rarest sneakers in the world. Every Sunday on this channel, you get rare sneakers in hand, like absolutely iconic, rare sneakers. These are not general releases. I'm talking about the Nike Air Foamposite Light Kryptonates from the 2009 dunk contest. I'm talking about those Stewie 6s that I mentioned earlier. These are rare sneakers. And what we do is we play a game where I drop hints every day, and then on Sunday you get to see what sneaker it is, but you have to try and work out from the hints in advance. And hit me up with a comment down below if you think you know which it is. Yesterday I think I said the hint was LeBron 10, and today the second hint of this week is Pack. So if you think a LeBron 10 and Pack is enough to give you a hint of which sneaker, which rare sneaker is going to come to the channel on Sunday, hit me up with a comment down below. But let's get that aside and get back to the actual sneaker itself, because this video is all about the Nike LeBron 7 Christmas Retro. So we're talking about a sneaker that dropped 10 years ago and they're retroing again. We're going to have a look at all the different details on it and all the features on that sneaker. It's kind of interesting to me because there's a bunch of features on the sneaker that sort of flow in together, and then there are some features on the sneaker that are just totally random and unique and part of just their own little world, as opposed to being connected throughout the entire sneaker. So we're going to look at all that stuff, but first what you're going to do for me is hit that subscribe button down below. Please do subscribe to the channel and support. It really is immensely helpful, and if I don't say it, people tend to forget it, so please also hit the like button and click that like button for me. And as I am here in Tokyo, Japan, I do say at the start of the videos, Toroku yoroshiku onegai shimasu. Shite no toroku button ya ine mo click suru to tasukaru no de zehi toroku ya ine o onegai shimasu. Okay, and let's get into this, guys. Now, I mentioned earlier the butter movement, and I am giving out a Christmas present this year, and these are the LeBron 7 Christmas sneakers. So I'm giving out a Christmas present to a channel, an OG Butter Squad guy, a guy who was around for the butter movement, and a history with the butter movement like no other. He has his own channel. It's a channel full of a massive collection of Jordan sneakers, and like classic Jordan sneakers, not just, you know, your throwaway Jordan sneakers, but absolutely classic Jordan sneakers. I think he might even have a pair of 89 Bred 4s, now that I think about it. If he doesn't, I apologize for misleading you, but I'm pretty sure he does. But he also does sneaker reviews with a sneaker in hand, which is a dream for me for this channel. So if you're into your Jordan sneakers, if you're into sneakers in hand, definitely check him out. And I'll put a link to it right here, to the Son of Some Man. Please do support my brother, because he's an amazing channel, an amazing guy. And now, okay, all of that aside, now let's get into these LeBron 7 Christmases. And I said it's a kind of a two-part thing that we're going for today, where we're going to go with a sort of a run through from front to back on the sneaker, where you can see some of the common themes that work on the sneaker and they all blend in together. And then we'll have a look at some of the individual elements on the design on that sneaker. So let's start down on the toe box, and if we zoom into that toe box, there's the toe box right there. You can see that the mudguards and the toe box is primarily made of red leather. It's a deep red leather there. And that's kind of important for the color part of it, the red part of it, but also the leather for the material part of it, because as we start our span, bing, as we start our span across the back end of the sneaker, you can see that the color is already starting to fade from deep red into a black color, and that fade will continue all the way through the lateral side of the sneaker and up into the ankle element of the sneaker. But also we've gone from leather into fly wire panels on the side of the sneaker, and you can see here, if I stop right there with the white swoosh behind that, on the lateral side you've got those fly wire panels in there. there, and that color scheme, that red to black that's fading through from front to back on this sneaker there, and that popping white Nike swoosh brand on the side there, which I think, if I remember rightly, is outlined with something to give it a little bit more pop. But then if we continue on, if we keep going, and up towards the top end of the sneaker, if we get to the top line, you can see that it's darkened almost completely to only black around the top end of the sneaker there. And that's that fade of materials from front to back, where it starts as leather and moves into the fly wire, and then that fade of color where it's a deep red. It's not really a cherry red, it's a deep red that fades into black as you go front to back on the sneaker. But I did also say at the start of the video that there are some unique elements to this sneaker, and there are two places where the left shoe and this right shoe have different branding and different detailing on, which is, if you're a regular at my channel, you know that I love that. I love it when they take the time to make the two different sneakers different, because it makes me feel secure that they're trying to make a great sneaker and not just grab our money. And I'll go all the way back down to the toe box and the toe roll as the outsole rolls up onto the front of the sneaker there. And I think I'm right in saying it says 23 on the toe roll, 20 on one and 3 on the other. And it's that kind of detailing that's different on the left and right sneakers that I super appreciate. And then if we go back a bit from there, I don't know if I'll be able to sort of span it, or I don't know if I'll just have to click and go to a different picture. But if you come up to the lace stay at the bottom of the lacing system there, you've got that little piece of metal there, and on one it says LeBron and on the other it says James. And again, that taking the time to make those different, it would be easier, it would be more cost effective if they both just said LeBron, for example, but because one says LeBron and the other says James, it makes me confident that this is a sneaker that they've put some effort into and some thought into, so I appreciate that. But then if we flip these guys, there's no way to do this other than just flipping them around to the medial side. You can see the medial side is slightly different from the lateral side, and that swoosh, that big white swoosh that sort of dominates the lateral side, is gone now. But what is there is the first pop of green that you can see on these guys in that the LB23 logo there on the medial side, and it's in the shape of the LeBron crown logo, where I think I have to do it this way, where the L and the J for LeBron James is created to make it look like that's a crown. So it's like a crown for the king, and that's in green, and that is actually kind of important in this sneaker, because it's that flash of green that gives it that Christmas look and that Christmas appeal. So and it's just a little touch there. It's the same on both sneakers, but it's a little touch, a little element that again makes me think about, you know, they've made the effort and they've taken the time to really make a sneaker that we're going to appreciate. And the final place to look for that is actually if you go and look on the inside. And again, I'll only be able to do this by clicking my fingers and switching it up and just looking straight in there and looking at the insole, and you can see it's a mismatched insole as well, which again speaks to them taking the time to really look at the sneaker and from a design point of view, and just not just from a money grabbing point of view. So all in all, it's things that I appreciate when they design sneakers, and it's a fine looking sneaker. It's great to have a LeBron at the channel. Did I give the hint already today? This is, I mean, I've only been talking for like 7 or 8 minutes. I can't remember if I gave you the hint. I think I did. I said pack to go with yesterday's LeBron 10. I did already give the hint for that. So the butter movement guys are playing that game. Hopefully somebody's worked out what it is and they've hit me up with a comment down below. If you don't know what the butter movement is, I'll put a playlist to it right here, ding, which is full of all of those great sneakers. I don't think I already linked the playlist. Man alive, if I have already linked the playlist, this would be terrible. And then I just pointed at nothing. You know what I'll do is if I didn't, if it wasn't the playlist I pointed at, I'll point at some other playlist for the channel. But it's great to be able to bring you those LeBron sneakers. Great to bring that, you know, the latest to the butter movement guys, and look forward to Shoe Butter joining us on Sunday for that ultra rare sneaker, one of his personal favorites, I may add. So looking forward to that. But it's great to have been able to have the content from him regularly with those Stewie 6s, those nice kicks collaborations, and those kryptonates and stuff. It's just an incredible thing that he does for us to bring those awesome sneakers. For now, though, it's time for me to sign off and finish this video about the LeBron Christmas retro. Interesting to see LeBron retroing his sneakers now, which means he's been around for a while, and his sneaker line is established in a way. So it'll be interesting to see if other LeBrons come down the line. But for now, though, it's time for me to shut this video down. Thank you guys for checking out my content. Remind you about that subscribe and like button down below. And without further ado, I'm going to finish up and say, as I see you guys every single day, that means that you are guaranteed to see me again tomorrow.